If you walk into almost any grocery store in America right now, the boxes and bottles lining the health food aisle look incredibly promising. They feature labels like sugar-free, heart-healthy, or low-fat. But if we're being completely honest with ourselves, the back of the packaging often tells a completely different story. Over the last year on this channel, we've talked extensively about clearing out the spare bedrooms, downsizing the garage, and letting go of the physical things weighing down our homes. But today we are tackling the most overlooked room in the entire house, the kitchen pantry. And we are applying the exact same rules of minimalism and simplification to the items we put inside our bodies. Here's the thing. As our bodies cross into our 60s, our digestive tracts naturally change. Our stomach acid declines slightly, and our gut lining becomes more sensitive to the modern food supply. If you've been struggling with morning joint stiffness, low energy, or stubborn brain fog, it's incredibly easy to assume it's just a normal, unavoidable part of getting older. But frequently, it isn't your age at all. It's a systemic buildup of what I call invisible pantry clutter. Today, we aren't going to panic, and we aren't looking at extreme, expensive diets. Instead, we're going to look at how a few common FDA-approved additives behave inside a mature body over time, and how to right-size your pantry inventory in less than 5 seconds. The first hidden disruptors to watch out for are chemical emulsifiers, specifically polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose, which is usually shortened to CMC on a label. Now, these sound like heavy industrial terms, but they are incredibly common in typical American kitchens. You will find them inside light ice creams, non-dairy coffee creamers, pre-made salad dressings, and store-bought baked goods. Food manufacturers use these compounds like organizational glue. They keep oil and water from separating, giving processed foods an unnaturally smooth texture that lasts on a shelf for months. But here is what happens inside a mature digestive tract over time. These specific emulsifiers function a bit like liquid dish soap. When they reach your digestive system, they can gently break down the delicate protective mucus layer that coats your gut lining. Without that clear barrier, the tiny everyday bacteria in your gut can cause mild, localized irritation. Now, this is where most people get discouraged, and it's where a lot of online advice gets unrealistic. You might be thinking, everything has additives now, and buying purely organic whole foods is incredibly tough on a fixed retirement income. And you are absolutely right. To be clear, eating these things occasionally won't ruin your health overnight. The FDA clears these ingredients because they are deemed safe in small, isolated amounts. The real catch isn't a single bite, it's the cumulative effect. It's the fact that these binders sneak into our daily routines across 4 or 5 different products every single day. Once you know exactly what to look for, you can make simple, budget-friendly swaps without turning your life upside down. Now, let's look at the next additive on our list, because this is where things start to get really interesting regarding our everyday energy levels. Our second ingredient is a highly pervasive artificial sweetener called acesulfame potassium, often listed on labels simply as ACE-K. As we get older, managing our blood sugar levels and avoiding energy spikes becomes a top priority. Because of this, many of us naturally reach for items labeled zero sugar or diet to keep our spaces healthy. You will find ACE-K heavily utilized in sugar-free diabetic biscuits, light yogurts, and those small powdered flavor packets people add to their water bottles. Think of these synthetic sweeteners exactly like those old broken appliances you keep in the back of the closet just in case. They take up valuable space, they serve no real purpose anymore, and they clog up the natural flow of your day. When your tongue tastes something sweet, your brain instinctively signals your body to prepare for sugar. But because ACE-K is entirely synthetic, no actual glucose ever arrives. Over time, this constant false alarm can leave your metabolism confused, leading to sudden, erratic afternoon energy crashes. If you are dealing with chronic daytime fatigue, your system may simply be exhausted from processing these daily mixed signals. Moving further into our pantry inventory, our third additive is sodium phosphate. This is a synthetic mineral used as a texturizer and preservative to keep prepackaged deli meats, instant oatmeal packets, and quick-cooking boxed soups looking fresh and evenly colored on the shelf. Now, our bodies absolutely need natural phosphorus, which we get easily from whole foods like eggs, nuts, and fish. Our bodies naturally filter and absorb about half of that organic phosphorus. But synthetic sodium phosphate is highly processed, and our digestive tract absorbs nearly 100% of it instantly. For an adult over 60, our kidneys naturally filter things at a slightly more measured pace than they used to. When our system is forced to process an abrupt overload of synthetic phosphorus, it has to work overtime. Medical studies suggest that an excess of these inorganic phosphates can actively strain blood vessels and draw calcium away from your bones over time. It is a massive hidden price to pay for a fast, convenient meal. When you look at it this way, it becomes clear that managing our health and vitality after 60 isn't about rigid restriction or feeling guilty about what is currently sitting in your kitchen cabinets. It's about curation. Just like we downsize our physical homes to create mental breathing room, we look at our food labels to give our internal organs some breathing room too. You don't need to completely eliminate everything, and you will still deal with some of these additives occasionally when dining out or visiting family, and that is completely fine. Now, here's the part that actually makes this whole system work in a typical, busy American lifestyle. You don't need to memorize these long scientific names or carry a cheat sheet to the grocery store. The next time you're unpacking your groceries, just make it a habit to check the first 3 ingredients on the back of the box. If a basic food product requires a paragraph of chemical compounds just to stay stable in a box for 3 years, your body is simply going to have to work harder to sort through the clutter. With that in mind, let's look at the final 2 ingredients hiding in common breakfast staples, because these are the ones that can quietly disrupt our sleep patterns and joint comfort. Our fourth synthetic additive is a powerful preservative known as TBHQ. You will commonly find it hiding inside microwave popcorn bags, low-cost snack crackers, and frozen breakfast pastries. Its sole purpose is to keep cheap vegetable oils from turning rancid, while products sit in warm shipping containers or warehouses for years at a time. Just like a piece of vintage furniture that's coated in too many layers of cheap, thick paint, processed foods are often coated in chemical preservatives to hide their true age. We want to strip that paint away. While TBHQ keeps the food stable, processing heavy synthetic preservatives strains our natural cellular health as we age. When your body is busy working to process synthetic compounds, it has less residual energy to devote to maintaining your everyday vitality. Finally, our fifth additives are BHA and BHT. These twin chemical preservatives are highly unique because they often don't even appear in the ingredient list itself. Instead, manufacturers frequently spray them directly onto the waxy plastic inner liners of breakfast cereal boxes and baking mixes so the oils don't spoil when they touch the packaging. Both BHA and BHT are well-documented compounds that can subtly mimic hormones inside the body, quietly throwing off the delicate internal balances that regulate our deep sleep cycles and joint health. You'll still deal with some of this occasionally, but if you are trying to maintain a comfortable, low-inflammation lifestyle, simply replacing these heavily packaged items with simple grains can make a noticeable difference in how your joints feel when you step out of bed in the morning. Living a lighter, more intentional life means protecting your peace, your space, and your body from the noise of modern marketing. Learning how to identify these ingredients isn't about living in fear, it's a beautiful shift towards simplicity. True downsizing means clearing away the chemical clutter to make room for clean, real, simple whole foods that give your body the peaceful, dignified environment it has fully earned. This doesn't eliminate every health challenge completely, but over time, right-sizing your pantry inventory allows your natural vitality to return. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you noticed any of these specific ingredients hiding in your favorite daily kitchen staples? Let me know what you found. Once our kitchens are clean and organized, the next step is looking at how we present ourselves to the world with that same sense of simplicity. Later this week, I'm releasing a detailed look at the 5 specific wardrobe choices women over 60 are letting go of right now to build an effortless, ageless personal style. If you want to join us for that conversation the moment it drops in a few days, make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on. Take care of yourself, enjoy the peace of a simplified home, and I'll see you in the next video.